Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of the Four Sports Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Josiah Ward, and with me today is Rob, Daniel, and Brad. How you guys doing?
What's up?
Yay.
Awesome. All right, so before we go on to the news, the big news of the week, first, a couple things to talk about. First is I'm a part of a new YouTube channel you should check out with Tim from Podcast 2187. It's a Star Wars gaming channel focusing on Battlefront right now, but whenever more Star Wars games come out, we'll, talk about them. I will leave a link in the description for that, so you can just click right on it. Secondly, Fantasy Football League, our Star Wars themed Fantasy Football League. Daniel, you want to take over?
Yeah, sure. So there's a lot of excitement around this because I think it's something different and something new that even if you've done fantasy football, you've not done it like this before. But you've teased it in Twitter and on the website, and anybody who's been interested has been emailing into the show saying that you want to put a team in there. It's free to do. Right now, almost everybody is signed in. I think we got four teams who had expressed interest that haven't yet confirmed and signed in their team, and then we've got one blank spot left still for a 16-team league. But that being said, that's really exciting. We're doing it through ESPN. I was able to get into the code a little bit and get rid of any football images and replace them with Star Wars images. All of the naming is related to Star Wars, and the scoring is my favorite part. Put a lot of time into trying to figure out neat ways to do scoring and having something called the Order 66, which will happen each week. And so if you're interested in doing it, we have one empty spot left, and if somebody who had originally expressed interest no longer wants to do it, just let us know so we can fill in that spot. But other than that, we'll be drafting the first week of September because the season starts on September 11th. So that's all I got.
Awesome. And also, if you did email us originally and we emailed you back with a link, some people weren't getting that email, so we had to resend them. So if you didn't get the email, just email us back and say you didn't get it. And also check your spam. Sometimes it goes there for whatever reason. But, yeah, that's exciting.
Real quick, on that note, I've heard from many of people that they're having issues joining leagues through their phone. Once you're joined, you can use whatever you want on your phone on the ESPN app, but they just updated their app to include all fantasy sports, and I think it's really messed with their invite system. And so once you do your invite on a PC, you should be good to go.
Yeah, I had that problem. It wouldn't let me on my phone. It would just say error every time I tried, and Brad too. So I just went, as soon as I got home that day, I went on my computer, it pulled right up, and then it's in my app now, so there's no problems.
Right, so it's an ESPN issue, but again, once you're signed in and you've joined, you can use the ESPN Fantasy app the rest of the way. You don't need to use the PC.
Cool. All right, let's move on to some Star Wars news. Big Star Wars news this week. First off, we got a Rogue One trailer during the Olympics.
Woo!
Was anybody watching live?
I watched half of it live. I just switched over to it whenever it was ending, and I was so mad at myself.
Daniel, were you watching it? Did you watch it live?
Well, of course I did, because I was going to FaceTime you because your TV was screwing up.
Yeah, my TV was giving me major problems because I have a cheap antenna because I'm cheap. But yeah, I did finally give up, and about 10 minutes after I finally gave up and went to bed, I got a tweet that said, the Rogue One trailer's dropped, and I was like, oh, so I rolled over in bed and I watched it, and then I went to bed. So yeah, let's go around. Anybody who has just give me your initial thoughts on the trailer. Just basic summary, good, great, not so good.
Have Daniel go first.
Daniel, what do you think?
So I was really impressed with this trailer, and I feel like it had a lot more aesthetically pleasing shots than the original trailer that we saw many months ago.
Yeah.
Like the vast landscapes and being able to see the environment more was really awesome. As well as some of those key moments which you've been waiting for, right? Whenever Jyn Erso's up there and the TIE fighter comes up, that was very very intense, very exciting.
Yeah.
Seeing some of the battle scenes when the rocket propelled grenade or whatever that was hit the AT-AT and kind of stunned it in the jaw a little bit.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. And, the storyline, I mean, I think it's going to be really solid. I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, there were so many like great shots in this trailer, just like wide shots or even computer generated shots that look like modeled shots from the original. Specifically, like the Star Destroyers, they look amazing. I mean, if they look like they're models, really, they don't even look that CGI. What's like everybody's favorite shot from the trailer?
Oh, mine is the battle scene on the beach.
Yeah,
where,
when they're all running.
Yeah,
Looks like a war movie.
I just thought it looked really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think overall of the trailer, Rob? Because I know you're not too big into Star Wars. You like it, but you don't keep up with it. What do you think? Good overall.
I was debating right just like a minute ago, like whether the episode 7 trailer was better or this was better, because both of them were awesome.
Yeah, if you compare the two, I don't know which one's my favorite. I mean, it's hard to say because back then we were so excited to see a new Star Wars, and now we have a new Star Wars, and it's just a really good trailer. I don't know. Daniel, what do you think, like, compared to the Force Awakens trailers?
So,
I know it's different, but...
They're different, but I liked this trailer better.
Yeah.
Only because with this episode 7, we had certain expectations. I had no idea what to expect, really, because this is a Star Wars story. It's a little bit off the cuff, a little bit more tangential to the episodes. And so I didn't expect to see... So the rumor was Vader, so that was awesome to see at the end.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect to see some of the shots that I saw, and I think they took every opportunity to highlight some amazing points that some companies, when they put out a trailer or a movie, they just leave out too much. This left me wanting to see the movie at that moment.
Yeah, me too. Brad, what do you think?
I like the opening shot of where the Star Destroyer was over top of the city.
That was a great shot.
Because to me, that just shows, yes, that is the Empire. They control
and they're big.
Everything.
You get a scale of like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Also, the trailer highlighted certain character questions that we've been asking for and stuff like that. Daniel, I hope that you like the droid, because to me, its humor was the one that we was asking for. Because that was pretty funny when he went up to Jyn Erso and stuff like that, saying, "Captain likes you. I'm not going to kill you," or something close to that. I thought that was great. It was very dry humor and stuff like that, and I got a kick out of it.
Yeah.
So
I really enjoy that new robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A couple other characters got their little debut too. Everybody did except for the pilot.
Everybody had a character moment in the trailer except for Bodhi Rook, who's played by Riz Ahmed. He had one shot of him looking at them, and I'm thinking either maybe he joins late or he dies early.
I don't know, but the thing is, though, to me, it answered a lot of questions. That trailer answered a lot of questions that many people were worried about.
Yeah.
They were uneasy about, and I think now everybody's very uneasy and are going to be more excited for this movie now, and I bet they probably threw in a bigger fan base now. They're going to have more people now come to this because this trailer answered those questions.
Now, here's what I want to talk about is the Vader moment. And more specifically, do you think it was a good idea to just have him in that small, 1 second at the very end, or do you think the general audience needed more of a sense of when this takes place and Vader might have helped that? Or do you think they get that? You think the general audience would tell that it's before Episode 4 based around the Death Star and the old characters? Or do you think they should have had a little bit more Vader in the rest of the trailer? What do you think?
I think the way how they put Vader into the trailer, I loved Vader being in the trailer.
Yeah.
That actually confirms it to me. But I feel like he was just pieced in there. Like he was an afterthought. He was after the trailer and it was just a shot of his back. Okay, yeah, Vader's back is cool, but Vader facing you is even cooler. I kind of wanted to see him do a little bit of something, maybe walk with some stormtroopers at least maybe down a hallway or a corridor or something like that. Give me something to where he's actually, I feel like he's going to be doing something, because in the trailer I'm worried that Vader's only going to be in this just as a pop figure. He's just going to be standing around not doing much. He's just going to be there as like a presence, just a presence over top of all the characters that everybody's scared of. Well, I still want Vader to do something
Yeah.
because I haven't seen Vader in a
But
long time.
Here's the hard thing is, do I want to see it in a trailer or do I not? You know, it's hard to balance the two because a lot of movies,
True.
most movies nowadays, they just throw everything in the trailer. And then when you watch the movie, it's like, oh, I've seen that shot. Oh, I've seen them do that. I've seen them do that.
I want them to just do what they did with like the Battlefront trailer with Vader. How like in the corridor and stuff like that, you know, the guy comes around the corner and Vader's just coming at him and stuff like that, blocking
Yeah.
laser blast.
I don't know
How they presented Vader in the Battlefront trailer is how I think they should have presented him in the Rogue One trailer.
I don't
Something
know.
similar.
I think that's too much for a trailer.
Do you?
Because
just
I
that
don't
little
think he's
small clip.
I don't think he's going to be in it that much. I really don't.
So what is he going to be?
I think
like,
he's going to have one key scene and then he'll be kind of in the background the rest of the time.
All right, so I'm kind of on the middle on this. I think that it was good that they just actually had the just one shot there at the end of Vader because it's just supposed to be a tease. It's not really supposed to be anything special. It's just supposed to be like just to know an assurance that he's in the movie and everything, and that's the main point of this. But like at the same time, I in the movie I do want to see a lot of action from Vader.
Yeah.
I do because I mean, he's the one character that we know for sure is going to carry over into everything. So
Yeah.
How dare you?
Daniel, what do you think?
So I actually liked him being at the very end. The one problem I had, it was so quick that it's like gave all the information, then it showed Vader and it was gone. It was almost less than a second. I'm okay that he wasn't doing anything. I'm okay that he didn't say anything or just show anything. I just wanted them to hold on him for at least 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I think I would be good. And then as far as his role in the movie, they signed on James Earl Jones. You're going to hear his voice at some point.
Yeah, they confirmed that, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would have rather had a front, a face shot of his whole suit. I think that would have gone over well. But Daniel, what do you think about like the general audience? Do you think by now they understand? Because I just had lunch with a friend last week, and I had to explain to him that this is not Episode 8. And he was very confused. I mean, he's very confused.
I think that they're doing everything they can to not make it feel like Episode 8. This is the first time anything like this has been done. But once it gets done once, people will start paying more attention to the Star Wars movies that comes out because it's not necessarily going to be an episode, which is even more reason why I don't think there should be a crawl, and they should start it off different and continue to give as many hints without saying, people don't be stupid, this is not an episode.
Right.
I've kind of debated about the crawl because I think if it's Star Wars, you kind of have to have one.
But here's the thing.
I'm with you on that.
I've been thinking about that lately, but here's the thing. If they have a crawl, are they going to have the same music in the crawl? Because I don't want that.
I wanted different music. It should be a different music.
But here's the thing. I don't want a crawl with different music.
Okay. Yeah,
So I want them to do something different. Scrap the crawl and do something different. I think. That's my opinion.
It feels so different. Whenever I watch that trailer, I know that that story is supposed to bleed into A New Hope, well, just Star Wars,
Yeah.
It's supposed to bleed into it and stuff, and the story probably is, but the feel of that movie that I got from that trailer and the look that it has, yes, I can see similarities, but it is just vastly updated, vastly different in many cases and stuff, and the way how everything looks is just a completely different movie. It is not an episode movie. Episode 7 felt like an episode movie.
Yeah.
This thing, whenever I watched the trailer, I wasn't sure if I was watching a Star Wars trailer or not. It was really hard to tell, except for the stormtroopers and laser blasts and the Force. But
yeah, it's a different feel.
It's a totally different feel, and I think I'm going to really enjoy this thing.
I'm very excited.
I am too.
Very excited.
So, Brad, you said an interesting thing. You said you weren't sure it was a Star Wars movie or not. So, my wife was watching this saw the trailer with me, and she goes, "This looks nothing like a Star Wars shot film," and that's a good thing. And it actually, it looked really good. A lot of the shots in 90% of the old Star Wars movies are they're not wide shots at all. They're all very close, within some type of a ship or a base. Very little of it takes place outside. and this one is quite the opposite. Almost everything is outside.
Yeah.
And so, her being an outsider opinion really puts it in perspective. She still hasn't seen episode 7.
Oh,
What?
really? Wow.
I got the movie. I'll give it to her.
You
It's
know-
my sister.
You know what's cool about this is that the prequels did 2 things that were really good. They made really good villains, and they made really good shots of different shots and good scenes
Camera
and stuff
work.
like that. Yeah. So, and I think Rogue One kind of has that. It's kind of like taking stuff from that and taking good storytelling from 4, 5, and 6. And now
The technology of the
consider
prequels.
and I think it's like almost a combination of 2. And I think that it's really going to be one of, if not the best, Star Wars movie yet.
I think so too.
So
Last comment.
Go for it.
Also, another thing with how Rob was saying and stuff was this trailer also with those wider shots. This entire thing feels as though the entire Star Wars universe has just been expanded.
Yeah.
Whenever you
Yeah.
watch the trailer, I feel like you have so much more out there because whenever you
Yeah.
watch the episodes, there's only maybe 1 or 2 planets.
even though they reference other ones,
Right.
Yeah.
They reference other ones, but usually it's only 1 or 2 planets and stuff. The stories are always crowded around the Skywalker family. It's crowded around just a small batch of characters and stuff like that. This one feels like a little bit of everybody is going to have a part and stuff like that. And the main cast role and stuff is so large. And then they even have their own side characters with their own side characters. I mean, I feel like there's so much going on. Like, it's just a bigger universe that we're about to see. And I'm really going to enjoy it.
But I don't feel like it's going to be like a, you know how you said so much going on. I don't feel like it's going to be like a Batman versus Superman type deal where they try to throw too much into one
No.
movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be like that because really what it is you don't have a comic to really base this off of. You don't have a previous story that you really have to work on to base this off of.
I'm with you.
And so when it comes down to it, like, this is going to be one of the best movies because in the Star Wars universe, because they can do what they want and they don't have to really follow up with what everybody else or the 1, 2, and 3 say.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't tell y'all my favorite shot. I don't know who didn't say their favorite shot, but I will say my favorite shot of the whole trailer is probably the Star Destroyer coming out of the darkness, like the shadow of the Death Star. Do you remember that shot
Yep.
where it's coming straight at the screen?
It's a good model.
Didn't it start out in episode 7 like that
What?
with the Super Star Destroyer or whatever coming out?
Oh yes, a little different.
It was a shadow
Yeah.
instead.
And then
over this.
it came out and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was dark.
This one's like it's coming straight at the screen and it's all dark, and then it comes out of the darkness into light, and you see like it
The
looks
front of it.
looks like a model, like the old school models from episode 4.
Yep.
And that's the best shot. But I don't know if I asked y'all, or
You were asking us.
Yeah.
I don't remember what y'all said, but
I said the battle scene.
That's
on
right,
the
that's
beach.
right.
And
you
I
said
said
the
the city
opening.
scene.
Daniel, what was your favorite shot from the trailer?
It was the TIE fighter coming up in front of Jen.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's a
good
great
one.
shot. Great shot. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Just a short little talk about it. I didn't want to go, break down scene for scene because there's every
Everyone's
other
doing
podcast,
that.
every website. We just want to give our, general thoughts. Daniel, got anything else?
No, you mentioned every character, but Bodhi was shown. Was Jen Urso's dad shown?
No, that's
No.
the other character.
Okay.
I think what I was trying to say was every character in the squad of, the people. But yeah, he wasn't shown at all either.
Gotcha.
Both trailers now. I think they're kind of keeping him a secret. Even though they have shown a picture of him.
Like you were saying, I think that was pretty cool that they're not exposing everything.
Yeah. So I want them to. I don't really want another trailer they're going to give us another trailer, but at this point, I'm satisfied. I don't need another trailer. That first trailer or teaser, I was like, I want a little bit more. This trailer, I'm satisfied. Don't give me anything else, even though they will.
I don't think they should.
I don't think they should either. But when you think about it, marketing wise, they have
It's
to.
always 3.
They
It's
have
always
to.
3 trailers, right?
Plus TV spots, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to move into the next topic?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Lando. He is currently being looked at casting for the Han Solo movie, which is coming out He's got to be in it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to be because
So-
he's Han's best friend, other than Chewie.
The front runner right now is a guy named Donald Glover, who I
Yes,
think the only person on here that knows anything about is Daniel.
that's right.
And I have an opinion, but I want Daniel to say something first.
Okay, so from his look, first off, his look is there. He's got the look. He's got
Definitely.
the Lando look.
Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know who Donald Glover is, so he's also a rapper. He's the Childish Gambino, and he's also comes from a TV show that's no longer on air, but I absolutely loved, was called Community. And he actually played kind of a funny, goofy guy. So he didn't have any serious moments, so it's hard for me to picture him as serious.
Yeah.
But that being said, he had a few small moments that were very sensitive moments in the show that, I could see he definitely has that capability. So I'm kind of excited about it because I want to see him in something else. But that's just my thought on it.
Rob, do you know who he is?
Yeah, the Childish Gambino. I know who that is.
Who's that?
He, I used to listen to one of his songs. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Oh, he was a rapper guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to listen to him a little bit.
I saw him in The Martian. Have you seen that, Daniel?
No, that's one I still have not gotten to, which I know you love that movie,
I love the movie.
but I still have not seen it.
When I saw the movie, the only thing I didn't like about the movie was this guy, actually.
Do you think he'd be good as Lando? Or are you afraid of that?
I'm really afraid that they're going to cast. I mean, it's hard to judge somebody on like kind of a side character in The Martian, but in The Martian, I was not impressed with him at all. I mean, I didn't know back then that he was going to be Lando. So it's
How
hard
much screen time did he have?
Probably 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, he was like a scientist that has a pretty key moment in the movie. But I did not like his acting. He was too over the top with, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because he wasn't in it that much, and I haven't seen him in Community, the TV show. I guess that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and to what I was saying earlier, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
So it's not a drama. So
And that's-
this
they-
would be a
They played him as a comedic moment, and I didn't find it very funny at all.
gotcha.
Yeah, like his character was like a comedic kind of guy in the movie. I don't know. But
Hercules.
who's that?
You don't know? You don't know that reference?
No.
No.
From Professor Klump?
The heck is that?
No.
Oh, the Nutty Professor?
I
Okay,
haven't seen
yeah,
that.
we know Nutty Professor, but
Yeah.
I guess we're not remembering.
Anyways,
Hercules.
does anybody have an idea of who they would cast? Because I have somebody. Does anybody have any ideas?
Honestly, not really, because how young would this person have to be?
Right, that's the thing. I don't know. Like in his 20s, maybe.
with the same cast as Han,
Hmm.
same age as Han.
The only person I could see, I have two options. Either cast somebody who nobody's ever heard of, like a Rey or whoever. You know how Rey, Daisy Ridley, nobody really knew of her. She's a new person. Either cast somebody new who nobody's heard of, or I would like to see Michael B. Jordan give his spin on this. Do y'all know who Michael B. Jordan is?
Do not.
Yeah. He played Creed.
Creed, yeah.
Oh, I can do that.
He's been in, what was that other movie he was in? But he's a really
was
good
awesome.
actor.
Yes,
he's a
he is.
great
He's a
actor.
Very good actor.
Let's see. Michael B. Jordan. He was in Fantastic Four, but that whole movie was, I mean,
It was
it had,
crap.
yeah, it had a bunch of great actors in that movie. And it
I
was
thought
terrible.
he was.
Oh, he was also in Chronicle, which I love that movie. It was a great movie. And Fruitvale Station. Have you heard of that movie? It's on Netflix. He's great in that movie.
Really.
Great.
I seen him in Creed, and I loved Creed.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Creed was a good Rocky spinoff.
Oh,
I could see him being Lando. Other than that, just cast somebody we've never heard of and introduce it to us. You know,
I can just say how important the character really is.
that's another thing I want to.
Yeah, a lot of people. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
A lot of people don't see Lando as that important of a character, but to me, he really is, because he was a big part in Episode 5 and even a big part in Episode 6.
Destroy the Death Star.
He helped destroy
Second
the
one.
Death Star. Yeah. Well,
And
actually, he
he's
did
Finn's
shoot
dad.
it.
Second one, yeah.
Huh? No, he's not
Shut up.
Finn's dad. He's not Finn's dad.
Troll.
No. But he's an important character. He was meant to replace Han after Episode 5 and stuff like that if
Yeah.
Harrison Ford didn't come back. So he had an important role. Also, in the Legends book with the Thrawn trilogy, Lando was a big part and everything and stuff, was always helping out with
Yeah.
Han and stuff like that. I mean, Lando was a big part and everything. Them two worked together very well. Their characters worked together very well.
Here's the
I just
thing,
hope
though.
they exploit it.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I want Lando in this Han Solo movie, honestly. After you said all that, I understand he's a big role, but I really don't know if I even want him in this movie.
Maybe it should just be Han and Chewie, which I'm okay with.
I mean, it's going to be hard for me to get used to a new Han, all right?
Right.
It's going to be really hard for me to get used to a new Han and a new Lando. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he'll be in the movie because apparently they're casting him. And I'm sure they can, those directors are great directors, and, Disney's Disney right now. They're on top of their game. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I even want him in the movie. But, if they cast the right guy, I guess I'll be fine with it. And I'll go see it regardless, obviously.
Mm.
But I don't know. Daniel, what do you think about? Do you even want Lando in this movie, or do you have an opinion?
I think it should be just a short, sparing role, very short, if anything.
Yeah.
Like a cameo?
More than a cameo, but yeah.
More than a cameo?
I think, I don't know, I think it needs to be more than a cameo because it seemed like in the other movies it was really just a cameo of him. There wasn't that much.
He's in a lot of the movie. In Empire Strikes Back, he turns him in, he leaves,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I'm just like...
Episode 6, he destroys the second Death Star.
It just...
He wasn't the main three.
It just didn't seem like a big... he played that much of a role. He was just really...
he wasn't...
It seemed like it was
he wasn't
minimal.
top billed, yeah.
But I think if you put him in there more, it'll be kind of fun to see what Lando's character is, like who he really is,
Brad?
Keep in mind you have a limited amount of time in a movie, so how much time are you willing to dedicate to a second character?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Brad, what do you think?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, if they are going to do Lando, then they might as well do a Han Solo trilogy, in my opinion. But if they're only going to have a solo movie of Han Solo and that be it and stuff, in all honesty, I don't see the point in having Lando. You really could get away with him. He's going to probably be like the Joker of the Suicide Squad kind of thing,
Yeah.
He's just going to be like this little part that you could literally just take out and the story wouldn't change.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have a Han Solo trilogy, then I say you better have a Lando in there and stuff because they're supposed to be good friends.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be in the movie because they're
Yeah.
casting him, but what kind of role is he going to have? I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out when it gets here, I guess.
Do they have a date for this movie yet?
It's in 2017.
Okay.
No, 18, right? 2018.
Yep.
Because 2017 is episode 8. Then
You're
18,
right.
yeah.
You're right. Are they all going to be in December now?
I don't know. They might move it to May. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see.
Let's move on to the next topic unless anybody has anything else to talk about. Daniel, you good?
Good.
All right. Rebels Season 3 premiere is announced for Saturday, September 24th at 8:30 p.m. So they're moving it from, I believe it was on a Wednesday, to now it's on Saturday nights, which a lot of people have said and pointed out that that's kind of where TV shows go to die. But it is a kids show, so, it's not primetime TV. I mean, primetime TV is Tuesday, Thursday night, You don't know what I'm talking about, Brad?
That's primetime TV to me. I want to watch TV on Saturdays. What the heck are they talking about?
Because people are out on
Saturday,
Saturdays.
Really?
Yeah. Daniel, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, if that's where shows go to die, the other thing is any time slot, regardless of what day of the week it is, after 10 is always considered a death sentence.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Comic
that.
book man. Yeah.
Crap.
But
Yeah.
you got to think it's a kid show, so they're a little different in where they go to die. I don't know if I think they're just wanting more kids to watch it because I think it used to come on Wednesday night at 9 or something where kids aren't up. I mean, some kids are, but a lot of kids are going to bed around that time. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
But now on Saturday night they might be able to stay up and watch it. So maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know. I think the majority of people that watch the show are actually middle-aged men, though. I don't even think like when it comes to the
you made that
stats.
sound really bad.
I mean, it's true though. I mean, if you look at their stats, their whatever it's called, they bring like reports or something. That's who their target audience is in terms of who watches it the most. So, are you guys excited for season 3? Excited for Thrawn? What do you think?
I'm definitely excited for Thrawn.
Definitely, Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Do you care?
I'm reading that book. I'm reading that book.
Remember the trailer I showed you a couple weeks ago? No?
I don't know.
Wow.
Season 3. Oh, yeah, about Rebels. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah.
Here, are we going to have a viewing party of any? Anybody want to come over and watch it?
I'm up for it.
Rob?
I'll watch it. When is it?
Saturday, September 24th at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, I'll probably go.
I always cheat YouTube anyways and watch it because I don't know how to get to Disney XD. I don't have that.
I have
Does
that channel.
Netflix
You have
have it?
No, Netflix doesn't have it.
Okay.
It's on Disney XD.
I didn't know if they had... Some shows they have. That's like Disney.
Daniel, would you be in for a viewing party of some sort?
Potentially, yeah.
Cool.
Do you think they'll show him in the first episode?
Yeah, he's in the first episode.
How the heck do you know
Officially.
that? Oh, really? That's official?
Yeah, well, they showed the first episode at Star Wars Celebration, I think. Yeah, they do that every year. They show the first episode. So people have seen it, and they say it's a really good episode.
Oh, what?
But yeah, he's in it. And even on, like, the what is it, like the plot summary for episode 1, he's mentioned. So he's going to be, I think they're going to introduce him in episode 1.
All right.
And I mean, with Rebels, the first episode and the last episode are usually always the best episodes. I mean, season 1, the best episode was the finale. Season 2, the best episodes were the premiere with Darth Vader and the finale with Darth Maul and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a really great episode. We'll see. Let's move into some listener emails. All right, so Kyle writes, he's from the Tumbling Saber podcast. I say that every week. You should go check it out. It's a good podcast.
Cool.
He says, which character in the Star Wars galaxy would be your quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, middle linebacker, and coach?
Oh, man. Okay, so...
That's a hard one. Middle linebacker, I don't know much about football, but that's the big dude, right? He's a big dude?
Nah, middle...
Not really.
Middle
I mean,
linebacker is sometimes... sometimes he's a big dude. Usually, the big guys are on the offensive and defensive lines. So...
okay.
Middle linebacker would be somebody that try to get to the quarterback as fast as possible, or try to
just
prevent
fast
a
and
pass.
strong. Not necessarily the biggest, but fast and strong.
Or try to prevent a pass that they're throwing in.
Okay.
Think they can intercept a short one or something.
So, if we were going off of Rebels characters, I'm going to do mine based off Rebels characters. Quarterback, I would say Kanan. Okay. Wide receiver, Ezra. You know, he's fast.
Yeah.
Quick.
Did he specifically say Rebels?
No, I'm
He
just...
said okay.
Like, most of the people I thought of were Rebels characters anyway, so I'm just going with that. Tight end, Zeb from Star Wars Rebels. He's the bigger guy. He's not fat,
Okay.
but he's bigger. Tight ends are usually a little bigger, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm doing good.
Uh-oh.
Middle linebacker, I'm going to put a Sith there because he'll want to chase after Kanan, so I'll say Darth Maul. He always wants to kill Kanan. He's going to be hunting down Kanan, right? Am I right? Is this
Okay.
analogy working?
Yeah.
A little
So far,
bit?
so good.
Go
Yeah.
with it.
Okay, and the coach is Hera because she's always on the ship. She makes the calls. Yeah, so that, I mean,
Okay.
did I do good?
Yeah.
Sports people, did I do good?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Did good.
Okay.
My quarterback's gonna be Luke Skywalker.
Uh-huh.
My what was the other position?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. If I could only pick one where I was wide receiver, be Han Solo.
Han Solo. Tight end.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. Okay. Middle linebacker.
I was debating on whether or not to have Chewbacca at middle linebacker or not, but
No, because if your wide receiver is Han, you got to go with
Go Lando.
you got to go with
but
Chewbacca
Lando, I
tight
feel
end.
like Lando. I don't know. Can he?
Maybe Poe.
Middle linebacker. Pick somebody.
I gotta find somebody that's big and strong. Who's big and strong?
Zeb is big and that's what I used. You can use that if you want. He's like a Chewbacca, but basically he's like Chewbacca.
I'm using Darth Vader.
Okay.
Darth Vader's my middle linebacker.
Yeah, nice
That's
and
a
slow.
scary one.
That's scary.
That's scary.
What about your coach?
Um,
I mean, who's the obvious one?
I'm picking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan?
There you go. I
I
was
mean,
gonna say, there you go.
I would say Yoda.
No.
Yeah, I would say Yoda. He just sits there and he doesn't do anything. He just sits on his planet and tells Luke to do stuff.
I like Obi-Wan for the coach position.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah.
Yoda's the football.
Obi-Wan gets in.
Yeah.
Yoda's the football.
No. Obi-Wan's, yeah. Daniel, you got some? Got anybody?
Heck, I think Rob might have got on mine. Tight end definitely would be Chewbacca. He reminds me of like Gronkowski. The quarterback would have to be Luke Skywalker. Wide receiver would definitely be Han Solo because they have a good chemistry and they communicate well together.
Yep.
Middle linebacker, I would not have thought of Vader.
He's slow.
But it doesn't matter. He has the Force. He don't even have to move.
I mean, are we using
Can I
lightsabers
change
in
my
this?
coach real quick? I'm going to change my coach real quick.
Go
To
for
the
it.
only person that actually gets Han Solo's attention.
Leia?
Leia.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good.
So I decided my coach would either be Leia or General Akbar just so he could say it's a trap all the time. But that's it.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's great. Brad, anything different, or is it basically the same?
Actually, the only thing I would pretty much change off of Rob's and stuff and from Daniel's is switching Luke and Han's positions.
You want Han to be the quarterback?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a tough pick.
Because
He's got the range and accuracy, though.
exactly, that's what I'm thinking of. Blaster and stuff like that. Blaster is range, so range, quarterback, throw, and Luke can use the Force to get it to his hands to catch it for the touchdown. So I think it'd be a better
Okay.
pick
Okay.
that way.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, Kyle.
Packers.
What?
Touchdown Packers.
Yeah. Thank you, Kyle, for the email.
Star Wars Packers.
Let's move into our second email. Is from Jonathan. He says, "Is it me, or could Rogue One be the most visually stunning Star Wars film to date?"
That's kind of what we were talking
Yep.
about.
We talked about this
Absolutely.
earlier, but I'd say just based on that trailer alone, I think I tweeted this at him. I said, based on that trailer alone, I think for sure, because there's so many shots in that trailer that are better than any shot we've seen in Star Wars.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's some good shots in the original Star Wars, like, the two suns with Luke.
Yeah.
But this has a lot of great shots in it. Daniel, what do you think?
I would agree. I think that's something we definitely touched on earlier. Being able to see the landscapes is pretty awesome.
Yeah, those wide shots, man, it's awesome.
Expanding the universe. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan, for the email. Or Twitter. He wrote through Twitter, so you can also write through Twitter if you'd like. Now let's move into our game of the week. We've discussed possibly doing a competition. Daniel, you still in for that?
I am.
You're talking about this thing, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay, so we're
Is
gonna.
Brad in this?
I just found out about it.
Okay, so this
Can
is
we put
what we're
Brad in?
thinking. We're still thinking
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
But basically, we're going to have kind of either a pitch wars or a game every week at the end of the podcast. And whoever, we're going to keep track of the score. So this game tonight, one person is going to be the winner.
I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Okay, one person's going to be the winner, and they're the only person who gets points. So if everybody else has 3 points and the winner has 4 points, the winner just gets 1 point overall for tonight's game. So basically, we're going to keep track of the points, and then leading up to Rogue One, whenever it comes out, whoever has, I don't know what the prize or punishment will be, but basically there'll be a winner and a loser, first place and last place. We originally had the idea that Rob shot down that
I did not. No. Hey, no. I was just kidding. I said
Uh-huh.
it's cool. I'll do it.
You really want to do it?
I mean, I don't. It's something.
This is what
I
we're-
don't want that
to.
punishment.
I don't
Yeah.
want it.
Okay,
but,
so this was the idea originally, which is a terrible idea when you think about it.
And it was your idea.
It was my idea. It was kind of half being funny, and then Daniel was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." And I
I'll
was
go
like,
around and talk to people in it. Like,
Okay, but here's the idea for the people who are listening because they have no clue what we're talking about. Is the loser would have to dress up like Princess Leia with makeup done by me and Daniel's wives, which is a terrible idea. Well, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. But we gotta come up with something. We'll have to talk about it. But
you and Daniel would have a field day if you had me dressed up like that.
oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be something simple like the loser has to buy the winner's ticket, or the loser has to buy pizza or food that night.
The loser has to go see the movie in a Star Trek shirt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I said a prequel shirt like Jar Jar being on the front of it, and everybody would hate you.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll figure out a prize or a punishment. But for now, we'll just keep track of the points.
Are the two previous pitch wars actually going to count?
Oh, Daniel, did we ever talk about this?
We didn't really decide. Obviously, since I won, I would definitely love to count it, but Robert
Me too, because I also won mine.
Y'all beat us.
Yeah,
Yeah, we beat the hosts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they should probably count.
Mm.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
You all heard it here.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into tonight's game, or today's. It's not nighttime. Basically, I don't really have a name for this game because I'm not creative, but I came up with it. It's called the Star Wars Name Game. I'm going to give. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna give you all a name, right? Which could either be a athlete's name or a Star Wars character's name. Now, trust me, you will not know these athletes because I went very far down the list of people that aren't playing right now. So you probably won't know them. If you do, be honest. If you actually do know their names, be honest.
Are they stuff outside of basketball and football?
Yes, some of them are
And
different
golf.
sports. Yeah, because there's only so many names.
We're doing field hockey, man.
Oh.
There's some basketball players, baseball,
No.
potentially soccer. I have a whole list. Not all these names were my list. I have 5 names tonight. If we ever have to do it again, I have another 5 and another 5. So
Quick question: how are you supposed to get points off of this,
I don't play this game, but I will play a Pitch Wars game where one of you will judge.
buddy? You're at a disadvantage. Then.
I know. I know.
Okay. All right.
Well, that's just
whatever.
like the very first Pitch Wars I did not, and then
Second
second
one.
one. Well, that would make 2 for Josiah, but we'll make it up. We got time.
Yeah.
All right. We'll make sure that you actually have a fair chance. We're not going to do that, do you?
Yeah, we'll work it out so everybody has enough chances. Okay, so the first name. This is either a Star Wars character's name or an athlete. So I'm gonna go around the room, say Star Wars or athlete, or say Star Wars or sports. The first name, and again, be honest if you actually know these characters that are, if you've heard of them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The first name is Longar.
Longar.
Okay, so Rob, go first.
So confused. What is this?
It's either a sports name or a Star Wars name. That's all you gotta say.
Okay.
Gotta have something. I don't want to do a lot of editing.
Sports.
Sports? Okay, you're locked in for sports. Brad?
That's a sports one.
Sports? Daniel?
I'm gonna say sports.
All right, you all got it. It is a basketball player's name.
Got him.
I don't know much about it other than that because I'm not going to do that much work, but he's a basketball player. That's all
You
I know.
really thought that would get us?
That's an easy one. All right, next.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Let's go with Boof Bonser. Star Wars or sports?
Same order.
Same order. Rob, go. Don't make me edit the crap out of this. Give me it fast.
Okay. Star Wars.
Star Wars? Brad?
Sports.
Sports? Daniel?
Sports.
Sports? It is a baseball pitcher for the
Dang
Twins.
it.
Or was.
Dang.
Also, keep track of your own points because I'm not doing
I
that.
got one.
Okay. Next, Gavin Sykes. Sports or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Crap. Okay, yeah, he was a pilot in Episode 1. Okay, Nuvo Vindai. Sports or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Sports or Star Wars?
Because
Star Wars.
you messed up on the name.
Daniel?
I'm gonna go with sports.
It is from the Clone Wars.
Dang it!
Crap.
I said Star Wars, did I not?
Yes.
So that's 4 for me.
Okay,
I could have one-upped you, Daniel.
how many do you have, Daniel? Have you been keeping track?
I've got 3 out of 4.
I got two.
That's my first miss.
Okay, so I think Rob's officially out. We've only got
Yeah.
one more left. Okay, Otto Addo. Brad, Star Wars or sports?
I can't. Okay, fine.
He's out.
Okay, he's fine. Say it one more time.
Otto Addo.
That is a Star Wars.
Daniel,
I'm gonna go with sports.
sports it is.
Oh,
one.
Okay, what do you have,
got
Daniel?
the tie.
It's a tie.
Okay, I gotta whip out my notes because I only have 5.
Dang
You
it,
don't have a
Daniel.
tiebreaker.
I thought I was gonna go 5 for 5 on this.
What a comeback.
That was a good comeback.
Okay.
What was he? What sport and all that?
Oh, sorry. He was a soccer player from Ghana.
I should have figured. Ugh.
Okay.
New Guyana. Is that what it is?
Which one do I?
I thought it was New Guinea.
I don't know.
So you're all are talking about New Guinea, which is over by Australia.
Guinea. Gosh. Wow.
Wow.
Josiah's talking about Ghana in Africa.
Thank you, Daniel. That's all we have you on. Let's do. The name is Jordan Tutu.
What?
Jordan Tutu.
Jordan Tutu.
Yeah. Sports or Star Wars?
That's sports. I've never heard of Jordan in Star Wars.
Okay, Daniel.
So can I go like the spelling bee and ask for language of origin and all that stuff?
No, wait,
I do
no.
not have that.
No, I'm going to go with. You know what, Brad? If you would not have given me your reasoning, I would have said Star Wars, but I'm going to say sports as well because the first name's Jordan.
Okay, yep, you are both right. So we'll go into double
If
overtime.
if he would have just said sports, I would have probably gone Star Wars, but his reasoning
Okay, I'll shut up.
kept me in it.
As soon as I read the name, I was like, they're gonna see that it's Jordan, and no Star Wars character is Jordan.
Right.
All right, so next one is Danger Fourpence. Star Wars or sports?
What? Say it again.
Danger Fourpence. If I'm saying that correctly,
Somebody could name their kid Danger.
they could.
Star Wars.
Okay, Daniel.
I'm going to go sports.
And the winner.
Of the 2016.
Yeah, it's Daniel. Daniel wins.
Yes.
No.
Okay. So
Danger just did not sound creative enough for the Star Wars universe.
yeah. So that's 2 points for you overall, Daniel. I think.
Hey, it was creative enough.
Sweet.
It was creative enough for the Wood Chipper movie.
Yes. Yes.
Wood Chipper, the movie.
A new character's
Okay.
name is Danger in that?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It just keeps getting
Danger
better.
Axe.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I guess that's it for us today.
Danger.
Oh, do you want us to say our fantasy league teams?
Oh yeah, Daniel, you go first. Do you have one?
So I'm the Tuscan Raiders.
Too perfect.
Perfect. What are you?
Uh, I am the DS Plan Steelers.
Cool.
The Louisville Wood Chippers.
That's very.
I hate you, Rob.
I am the Minnesota Moof Milkers.
I had to ask him what that was from, and he told me. So
Yeah.
I knew of Nerf Herder and stuff like that, but I did not know of a Moose Milker. So
What's that from?
It's
Nerf
from.
herder?
It's actually from episode 7. Han says it.
Mhm.
Go watch it again.
But I thought the DS Plan
Shit.
Steelers was actually going to be kind of clever
It is a good
with
one.
Rogue One coming out and stuff, but Daniels was way too perfect.
I didn't really have to do anything. It's actually the name of the character, and it just happened to have Raiders in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, y'all really tried to apply to the show. I just kinda-
Absolutely.
It's Star Wars,
Well,
man.
because that's kind of what the rules said. Try to be Star Wars creative.
Yeah, Rob.
Well, mine was creative. It had Louisville in it.
Yeah, how creative.
I've never heard of wood chippers in Star Wars.
All right, let's end this thing.
They got to do it somewhere. They got to chip wood somewhere.
Where y'all going? I gotta
Yeah.
close out the show. Y'all leaving me or what? Gosh.
Stretch.
We're just getting up.
All right, so that'll be it for this week. This was episode 16 of the Four Sports Podcast. I am Josiah. Rob,
I'm Rob.
say goodbye.
Oh, bye.
Brad. Brad, thanks for coming on, Brad. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And Daniel, thanks for calling in.
Absolutely. Everybody get your fantasy stuff signed up.
Yes.
It's going to be good.
And check the description of this. There'll be a bunch of links to our Twitter, all that kind of stuff, email. So that'll be it. We'll talk to y'all next week. I mean, geez, guys, can you make less noise whenever I'm freaking closing out the show? Gosh.
Hey, Brad, get your lightsaber pop.
Doing it.
Oh, I gave it to him.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if y'all
Oh,
were
I missed
listening,
it.
if you were sitting down listening, maybe you know what Daniel said. He said something very important, right, Daniel?
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm not the one that has food everywhere.
He was talking about your lightsaber thing that he got you.
Oh.
Make sure you got it.
People are going to like
Everybody hates you.
because everybody's going to think like I'm this big, huge guy that always eats food. You know, much the fun. But I'm not.
Every week you bring food. Literally, without fail. All right, Daniel, I'll let you go.
Oh, I didn't make much noise. I just stood up. He's the one that's grabbing everything.
All right, guys. I'm hopping off. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too, man.
Later.